What's up, guys, and welcome back. This has to be one of the coolest pickup trucks in the world. This is a 2023 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 with the Desert Boss package. And today, thanks to Gettle Chevrolet in Punta Gorda, Florida, I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out from the outside, pop the hood, see what powers up this thing, check out this new and amazing technology on the inside. And of course, at the end of this video, I'm going to take you for a drive together with me. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to support the channel by hitting that subscribe button. If you like this video, give me a like and ring that bell notification, ring bell. And now let's get back to this. Well, the Chevrolet Colorado has been redesigned for 2023, giving this truck the whole new look, but the ZR2 with the Desert Boss package takes it to a complete new level. Well, let's check this out. I like this hood. It's nice. It's very aggressively sculpted. It has this bulge in the middle that, in this case, is painted in the matte black so you don't get blinded by the sun. And if you're talking about blinding, let's take a look at this 40-inch fully LED light bar that's right in the back there. That's part of this Desert Boss package. Lights, LEDs, daytime running lights, also LEDs. The turn signals are incandescent. Scrolling down here, I like the look of it, even though this portion right here is non-functional, but everything else looks so nice. The ZR2 badge, Chevy bow with the red inlays in it. I like the safari bar along with the winch that's built inside of it and the fog lights. So definitely a lot of lighting of it. Tons of cameras on this vehicle. You can see one of them is up here. There's one on top, one at the bottom of this vehicle. Now let's pop the hood and let's see what powers up this thing. And sadly, we don't have the hood struts underneath here, but we have some sound insulation. But what's important is what's underneath the hood. And this is a 2.7-liter four-cylinder turbocharged high-output engine producing 310 horsepower. And in the case of ZR2, 430 pound-feet of torque. So it's a very, very powerful engine. It's also made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And I can't wait to take it for a spin at the end of this video. As we go around the corner, taking a look at the side profile of it, it looks absolutely amazing. I gotta tell you, it stands nice and tall, and it's a lot taller. It's about 2 inches taller than the regular Colorado, making the ground clearance of 10.7 inches, and that's due to the new suspension and the new wheel and tire setup. So let's take a look and see what we have. First of all, as far as the wheels, you have this 17-inch wheels, the beadlock style wheels with the Goodyear Wrangler Territory tires. Now the size of the tires equivalent to the 33 inches, so that's what you have. And let's take a look in the back. Since the wheels are turned, you can see parts of the suspension. So you have the Multimatic DSSW adaptive dampers in the suspension. That is in the front and back. And you look at the wheel wells, they're covered nicely with this matte black cladding. You have some nice decals on the side. Everything around the windows have been blacked out on this vehicle. The mirrors are piano black, but if you look down below, you see this very sturdy and aggressive side step with the rock sliders. So this thing is definitely capable of some off-roading and Baja trail racing. Now you have the camera right inside of this mirror. You also have the blind spot assist. Let's take a look and see what we have in the back. Love the cage. We have the ZR2 badging on the cage and the Desert Boss decal. You can see the high output exhaust, and of course, love the tires of it. One of the differences that you see between this and the previous generation, that this suspension has been placed on the outside of the frame and the outside of the leaves. So this is definitely for better handling. And in the back here, you'll find this large and visible taillights. They are not LED, however. You can see the incandescent light bulbs inside of them. ZR2 badging, Chevrolet embossed in the gate. And of course, you have the trailer hitch. Now, in the case of ZR2, it can tow up to 6,000 pounds. You have the 4 and 7 pin connector and the rear view camera right here. There is no built-in steps like we've seen on the Canyon that I did not too long ago. But let's drop this gate. And yes, it's a nice and soft open gate. It also has the spray-on bed liner with the ZR2 right here. In the back, some illumination in the back of the cabin. And you also have the outlet on the side, and that is 120 volts and 400 watt outlet. So if you are doing some work, of course, you can use that. You can also use the rural that is in the back here. Let's pop this closed. One thing to mention, if you're looking for the tire, yes, you do have a full-size spare tire, and that is underneath here. And you can see some of the parking sensors in the back bumper. Well, if I haven't mentioned the color already, they call it the Sand Dune Metallic, and it looks very nice, especially with this Desert Boss combination. So let's take a peek and let's see what we have in the back seat. It is a 5-passenger vehicle, so you have 3 seat belts in the back, and these are yellow seat belts. Look how cool they look. Now, these are leather trim seats, and right in the middle, you have armrest with the cup holders. The glass slides open if you wanted that extra air. And if you're wondering what this is part of this recovery package for your winch. So these are the hardware for it. And then right in the middle console, you have vents, USB Type-C, USB Type-A, and the cup holders. Both seats have the seat back pockets. And before I get in, let me show you this rear door panel. So this is nicely padded with the soft materials on the side, this big plus. And this is hard plastic, of course, but nobody will ever touch it. You have the door handle, window control, a little bit of storage, and the speaker in here. And then let me jump inside. I'll see if I have in the room if I were to sit behind me. And here we are in the back, so you can see my knees are definitely touching the back of the front seat. That's adjusted to my regular driving position. I am 6 feet tall, so you can see as far as the headroom, I have probably about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, so it's not horrible. The seats, just like on any pickup trucks, they're very straight up, and they're on the firmer side, but I do have enough shoulder room. Now, I can't really see 3 full-size adults sitting in the back, but it's definitely enough for 2. And before we get inside, let's listen to the sound of this closing door. Boom. Pretty nice and solid. That's okay. The front door panel looks like the rear one. Of course, we have a little bit different trim piece over here, but same soft touch materials on the side. And then we have the mirror window lock controls. Plus, we also have 2 memory seat settings in the lock and unlock. A little bit more storage inside of this door panel. And moving into the passenger space, you have the power controlled seats. Now these are leather wrapped seats, and I like them. They have the matching to the seat belts contrast stitching with yellow thread right here. You have a little bit of perforation, a little bit of solid, different color inserts. It overall looks very, very good. Before we get inside, I'll show you a couple more things. So you have 3 auxiliary switches right at the bottom, and then you have the trailer gain. You also have the dimmer for the instrument cluster, and right over here you see this is leather wrapped as well with the same contrast stitching. Adds really nicely to the visual part of this vehicle. Now let me jump inside. I'll show you the rest of it. Here's the interior of this 2023 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 with the Desert Boss package. ZR2 badge right on the side. I like this camo trim that's right inside, and of course everything else is covered in this soft leather looking material. Round vents. It looks super sharp. It has the Bose stereo, the big speaker right there, and then you have 2 11-inch screens, one for the instrument cluster, one for the infotainment system. Steering wheel nice to the touch, just the right thickness, just the right size. It is also tilt and telescoping, in case you were wondering. It has this polished aluminum looking trim, and then there's a whole bunch of buttons on each side, and let me tell you what they do. So this is the cruise control settings and the dynamic cruise control adjustments, and on this side you have the media button, voice control, phone pickup and hang up, heated steering wheel, and then we can control several different options as far as the different menus in here. And then this, of course, is to go up and down the menu and then select it, whatever we want to do. So let's take a quick peek and let's see what's going on in the instrument cluster right here. Let's see, it's all digital, and here's your tachometer. As I rev it up, you can see those numbers changing. Of course, the speedometer in the middle, and then you have the gear temperature and the oil temperature. And then down at the bottom shows you that there is a low gas. We're in the two-wheel drive, or very close to empty, but hopefully you'll have enough gas to just do a quick test drive on it, and of course your gear indicator. So let's see what we have as far as the different settings. So this is more of an off-road mode. You can see the pitch and roll. You also have a compass right in the middle and the same kind of gear and oil temperature. And here, let's go to the next one. This is an understated display, basically just shows you the speedometer in the middle. And then we'll go back to another one. This is more sportier one. You have the tachometer around and speedometer. Actually, I like those displays. And then back to more of a classic type display. And if you want to drive with Google Maps, telling on location, we're not going to do that. And back to the screen. So a lot of different features. I actually like the way that it looks. I'm going to leave it in this more classic design. And then let's move on to the infotainment system. So first of all, Bose stereo sounds good, right? If you're an audiophile, you definitely want to upgrade to the Bose stereo. We're going to stay in the demo mode and see. We've seen this infotainment system on several GMC Buick vehicles. So okay, so we went to the vehicle screen, but the main screen is right here. This is your home screen that shows you the audio. And as far as the audio, you have the AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, news, USB, and podcasts. And then go back to the maps. And then this is Google based, so it requires a connected services subscription. We're not going to go to settings right now, but you can also use your wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay and connect your phone through here. And then go back to, as far as trailering, you can add the trailer, use a gas trailer. So I mean, this, you're going to adjust the settings for that. Play Store, because it's Google based. Climate control settings. Here's how the screen looks like. And this is very reflective surfaces. So let's go through that really quick. The general settings for the vehicle, connection vehicle, daytime, notification display, sounds, profiles, etc. Go back, and the second page is the Wi-Fi hotspot, vehicle status, camera, controls, off-road. Let's take a look at the off-road. It's going to open up. Of course, you have your G meter right here. You have your steering angle. You have your transfer case, or two-wheel drive. And actually press it to go to the four-wheel drive low, four-wheel drive high. I'm going to put it in the auto mode right now. So let the vehicle decide whether it needs the four-wheel drive or not. We're in the normal drive modes. By the way, there's several different drive modes. So you have the off-road mode, normal, Baja mode. Okay, so we go back to see now Baja mode. It says reducing electronic stability control. There's certain modes doing different things, tow and haul mode, and we have the off-road. Of course, it's going to tell me to switch it to high, normal, Baja again, terrain mode, and see, select for high for terrain mode. So very nice and very nicely displayed, and I have no doubt that this vehicle is very capable off-road. Now let's go back to the home screen. Take a look at the camera, because this is important as well. So now we have the rear view camera. See, it's kind of encased because it's behind this. Oh, this is the front view camera. So this is behind this Safari bar, and I can see this rear camera right here. Nice, very good quality camera. I have the top-down view. Now you have this top down from the front, top down from the back, and then the side view cameras right here. And then of course you have the sides in here. Okay, if you want to do the trailer mode as far as the camera. And then what do we have? This is, look at this. This is the camera underneath the vehicle that's looking forward, that's looking backwards. So this is a true cameras underneath it. This is no like virtual cameras. And then we have the camera in the front and the cameras on the side. So if you're doing some off-roading, this is perfect because you see what you're going through. I don't know if it has the washing system. I doubt. Oh, here it is. There you go. It's got the washing system, so you can wash that camera right here. See how cool it is? Because you know you will get dirty, especially if you're doing some off-roading. This is an amazing feature. Camera looks great. Let's go back and let's see the controls. So you have the park assist, hill descent control, front fog lights, auto high beams, power window lockout. You can see more controls in here, doors and windows, lights, drive and park. So, you know, these are basically toggle switches, fog lights on and off, hill descent control, etc. And then we'll go back to the air down mode. Now we can air down the tires to a certain PSI. We're not going to do that right now, just to see that these are available for you. And then again, go back. Podcast news, you know, this is more of a connected services, Wi-Fi hotspot, you know, tons of features on this vehicle. I'm really pleasantly surprised with what I see. I think this is one of the coolest pickup trucks that I've seen so far. Well, I know the Toyota's coming up with the Trail Hunter on their Tacoma. I think it's going to be hard to beat this one, but we'll see. Anyway, so you have the dual zone climate control. See, this is your climate settings. And of course, you have a bunch of shortcuts for the climate control. This vehicle also have the heated ventilated seats. You have the fan speed control. And down here, this is very important for those who take it off-road. Here's the rear differential lock, and here's the front and rear. And you have the automatic start-stop button to turn that off. You have the lane keep assist. The auxiliary is basically a light bar, and then you can roll down all of the windows with the push of one button. Right here, engine start-stop button, and then over here you have the USB Type-C, USB Type-A, wireless charging, regular gear shifter, really nice. And then here's what I was switching the gears or the modes, push it in the mode, and then we're going to see the different modes on the screen, of course. And of course you can take this vehicle as far as the two-wheel drive, four-wheel low, four-wheel high, or automatic mode. Then you have the electronic parking brake, and right here you have the cup holders. A bit more storage underneath here with a little shelf. See what we have on top. So regular mirror. You also have your OnStar system, and then here's what we have. We have the slide and tilted roof with the manual sunshade, so you can tilt it up or you can slide it depending on which way you want to do that. Of course, the lights, and then you have the vanity mirror that's illuminated as well. This looks super cool. Now let's see how it drives. Well, before I take it for a spin, let's take a look at the different trim levels available. So it starts as a work truck, two-wheel drive work truck, starts at $30,695. If you want to go with the LT starts at $33,095. By the way, those two vehicles are available with the less powerful engine as a standard equipment, 237 horsepower out of the 2.7 liter turbocharged engine. And of course, they are also available for an upcharge with this engine, basically a little tuned down. We'll talk about it. The Trail Boss, it's available as a four-wheel drive only. $38,495 is the starting MSRP. Z71 is also a four-wheel drive only. $41,395. And the ZR2 is a four-wheel drive only, and this is the most powerful engine, the 310 horsepower, 430 foot-pounds of torque. Everything else got 390 foot-pounds of torque, I think. So this is the ZR2. Now this ZR2 has the Desert Boss Special Edition package, which is $9,295. It also has the recovery package. It has the ZR2 convenience package, sunroof, technology package, interior illumination, a whole bunch of other options that I'm going to list in the description of this video. So if you're interested what this vehicle has, simply go to the bottom of this video. I want to post that as well as the phone number and the website to the dealership in case you are interested, because as of the time of this filming, you're probably going to watch this video a few days after that, maybe. Well, it's going to come out a few days after filming, but as of the time of this filming, this vehicle is available. Total MSRP of this one, $66,610. And for some, it might be like, oh my goodness, it's a Chevy, it's a pickup truck, it's 66 grand. Well, let me put it to you like this. All of the vehicles went up in price, and if you're looking for something that's off-road capable, let's say Jeep Wrangler, or maybe even Gladiator would be a better example for the sake of comparison. The Gladiator with the Rubicon package or the Mojave package, they're in the 60s. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that this vehicle is 66 grand. Now, this one is the special edition full package, so it's even more special than just a regular Rubicon. Not to take away anything from Jeeps, because, as you know, I own one, so I like it. But anyways, let's move the wheel all the way to the left and let's see how it turns. Pretty good. I mean, it's not the tightest thing out there, but you know, it is body on frame. I like the way that it feels. I like the way that I sit in this vehicle. It sits really nice and tall. I can see very good out of front. Side mirrors are good. You know, of course, you know, in the back, there's always going to be some obstructions in here. So I think a lot of the vehicles would benefit from this rear view camera mirror, which, you know, this one doesn't have, but it would be a nice option to have on the vehicle like this. Very nice and quiet, surprisingly smooth as far as driving. Of course, we're driving in this parking lot in here, so there's nothing special. There's a little bit of a gravel lot at the end of this driveway here, and I'm really tempted to just go in there and see you know, how this vehicle is going to feel. Of course, this is not a real off-road test or anything like this. I wish I had the ability to actually take this where it's meant to be, which is like in the Baja, in the terrain mode, and see what it's capable of. But as you can see in the front, you know, the front bumper, I mean, it's nicely sculpted. It's got a very nice approach angle. It's got big tires. The suspension, it feels incredible on this vehicle. It feels really, really good, especially with this adaptive dampers. Okay, here we are in this gravel lot right here. I mean, of course, this is nowhere close to what this vehicle is capable of, but it's very nice, very smooth. And here's a few bumps in here. Wow, very nice, very, very, very nice. Like I said, I wish I had this vehicle for a longer time, and I wish I could take it off-road, but I can only like feel the taste of it, what it's actually capable of. It looks good, it feels good, it drives good. Let's take it on the road. Now let's talk a little bit about the drawbacks of it, because if you are buying this truck and you want to make it a daily driver, you have to keep in mind that because of this higher stance of the vehicle, because of the beefed up suspension and more options on this vehicle, you will sacrifice a bit of a gas mileage. Well, quite a bit of a gas mileage, because it's 16 on the highway, 16 in the city, and of course 16 combined. So this is definitely something to keep in mind, but I think I would be willing to make that sacrifice to have a cool vehicle such as this one. Well, let's talk about it as we cruise along this brand new Chevy ZR2 Colorado. I have a new appreciation for the brand, certainly for the Colorado. I think it's one of the coolest pickup trucks, not only by looks but also by drives, and I think Chevy nailed it, you know, as far as for those enthusiasts who would like to take their pickup trucks off-road, maybe go camping, maybe go a little bit of off the beaten path, and this one's definitely capable. If you look at the tires, suspension, you know, all the specs for this vehicle, this can handle itself off-road, and I wish I had the ability to do that, but you know, again, maybe in another video, maybe in another life, maybe somebody has it and would like me to go along with you with the video camera. We can certainly do that. So let's talk about the competition. Now Ford has the Ranger, and they have Raptor package on that, which is going to be very similar as far as the capabilities of this. Toyota has the new Tacoma that's going to hit dealer lots very soon. They're going to have the Trail Hunter, and I think with the 310 horsepower, 430 foot-pounds of torque, you know, the ability to 6,000 pounds or up to 7,700 pounds if you choose the regular non-ZR2 Colorado, I think equipped with the four-wheel drive, that's 7,700 pounds. And this one's got a little bit less, but 6,000 pounds. You can tow a boat, you can tow jet skis, you can tow a camper. So definitely, you know, capable vehicle. And you know, the price. Now I don't know what Toyota is going to be pricing their Tacomas at, but you know, if you're looking at the Gladiators, I mean, they can easily be in the mid-60s, and this is where this is. And like I said, this is one of the most expensive Colorados that you can get with the limited edition, the Desert Boss package. Guys, if you're looking for one, give them a call, because I think this car is going to be sold pretty quickly here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll definitely give this vehicle 2 big thumbs up. I really like it, and I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, give me a like and ring that bell notification bell so you won't miss any content coming in the future. And I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.